Okay, but let's start once again with what the nation seems to want to know. Who is winning the battle for Gujarat? Remember, the India Today My Axis poll yesterday had given these findings. These were our big findings. 182-member assembly. We had said 68 to 82 to the Congress, and the BJP 99 to 113. 47% of the vote to the BJP, and the vote of the Congress was 42. So a 5% difference. How was it translating into seats? These were the seats that we had given in Gujarat. Others were 11%. But the seat share, which is the important element, was 68 to 82 to the Congress, 82 to the Congress. BJP was clearly leading 99 to 113, others 1 to 4. So our poll had clearly shown yesterday a victory for the BJP. But there is now detailing that could emerge which suggests that this election is not done and dusted. Take a look though first at the regional split, which is the first reason why now questions are being raised. First, take a look at North Gujarat without Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad district itself first. 51% was to the BJP. So the BJP was leading in Ahmedabad district. Well, 21 seats are here on offer, and it is expected the BJP will sweep Ahmedabad as they did last time. Now take a look at the rest of the districts where things are getting tighter, we believe. The one area that we need to look at in vote share terms, beyond North Gujarat without Ahmedabad, there are 32 seats on offer here, and the BJP is at 42%. But the Congress is at 47%. So the Congress has a chance now here to build in North Gujarat, the rural parts of North Gujarat. Take a look now at Central Gujarat. This is where, as per our poll yesterday, we expect the BJP to make major gains. 40 seats on offer. The BJP was at 51% and the Congress was well behind on 39%. So the gap was a solid 12% gap. Others are 10% and others are playing a role, independents in particular. South Gujarat has 35 seats. In these seats, as per the exit poll of Axis, BJP is expected to win 25 seats and the Congress is expected to win 10 seats. So the BJP is making its gains primarily in South and Central. The Congress is making its gains primarily in North Gujarat. But there is another region which is important, which is Saurashtra. And take a look at what is happening in Saurashtra. This is why this poll is interesting. The Axis My India poll for Saurashtra and Kutch, with the largest number of seats, 54, says the BJP is 41%, but it says the Congress is actually 49%. Now this is why the Satta Bazaar has suddenly now said that this election is closer. The latest Satta Bazaar figures are giving the BJP only a marginal edge. Till this morning, it was believed it was a very close race. There is a sharp rural-urban divide which is coming, which is also now making the Satta Bazaar nervous. This is showing that in the 127 rural seats, BJP leading in 64, the Congress in 62. This tight race has a lot of marginal seats that can go either way. And in urban Gujarat, that is where the BJP is making its big leap forward. That is why the BJP still believes that it is clearly advantage to them. 55 seats in urban Gujarat, BJP leading in 42, and the Congress leading in just 13 seats at the moment. Now, this is as far as the big picture goes. Who are the Patels voting for is a question that we have asked, because the Patel factor was important. Now what our exit poll is showing, that amongst Patels, the Congress has taken the lead for the first time really since 1995 when the BJP came to power. First, take a look at other Patels. There are seats are 8 and you have the BJP leading in 2, but the Congress is leading in 6 seats. It's among the Koli community and other communities that the BJP is taking the lead. Koli community, the BJP is very clearly ahead, 13 seats. BJP is leading in 11 and the Congress is in 2. The other key community is the ST, the Adivasis, 15%. And this is where we believe, as per the exit poll, another shift is taking place. BJP is leading in 17 and the Congress in just 11. This was exactly the reverse in 2012. I now want to go to the big poll candidates. Who are the big exit poll candidates? Before that, SC, 2 seats, both with the BJP. But I want to go to our big poll candidates. Remember, there are lots of VIPs. And this is why this is becoming interesting. The Congress VIPs, as per our survey, are all likely to win. Mandvi, Shakti Singh Goel, potential Chief Minister of the Congress, pulls a surprise. Jignesh Mevani, independent supported by Congress in Vadgam, expected to win. Alpesh Thakur, also joining the Congress now from Radhanpur, expected to win. And Nitin Patel, the Deputy Chief Minister, could lose. Most popular leader in his Mehsana constituency is expected to be the Congress. And Vijay Rupani, the BJP Chief Minister, also facing a tough fight. So the BJP leaders are in trouble, even as the Congress leaders, Arjun Modwadia there in Porbandar, also expected to win. And even Jitu Vagani, the BJP's president, could face defeat as per our exit poll survey. So let me go straight now to Yogendra Yadav. We hope to be joined by Yogendra Yadav a little later. Till then, let's move to the other big story. Because the other big story today has come from Parliament, where it appears increasingly now that the government has decided to go ahead with a bill that will allow triple talaq to be criminalized. That means essentially 3 years jail for instant triple talaq. Is there a consensus building on this or not? It's our top story today.
Muslim men are staring at 3 years in jail soon if they hand out instant triple talaq to their wives. The Modi cabinet has cleared a bill making it a non-bailable offence. According to the proposed law, a victim of instant divorce can approach a court to seek the custody of her minor children as well as maintenance from her husband. All eyes are now on the Parliament, where the bill is likely to be tabled next week.
आज हमने मुस्लिम वुमेन प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ राइट्स ऑन मैरिज बिल को अप्रूव कर दिया है, जो 3 तलाक की पीड़ित महिलाओं की सुरक्षा के बारे में होता है.
On August 22nd, the Supreme Court came down heavily on instant triple talaq, terming it illegal. So is it azadi for Muslim women or interference with Islamic law? Will the Congress party go with the personal law board or Muslim women in Parliament? Is the bill a step towards uniform civil code? And what is the government's blueprint for its implementation? With Rahul Srivastav, Bureau Report, India Today.
Okay, let's raise the big questions then today on this day when the government has passed the draft law on triple talaq. Will the Congress back Narendra Modi government's new triple talaq law in Parliament or not? Why are sections of Muslim society opposing a new law? Is this a victory for the Muslim women who fought instant talaq? Will Muslim women now finally get legal protection? Or has the time come also for a wider debate on the Uniform Civil Code? I'm joined by Zakia Soman, founder, member, Bharatiya Muslim Mahila Andolan, petitioner in the triple talaq case, Asauddin Owaisi, member of Parliament and president of the AIMIM, Syed Zafar Islam is the spokesperson of the BJP, and Mohammad Khan is spokesperson Congress. I want to come to you, Mr. Owaisi, first, because you are the one person who's raising a discordant note. It appears virtually every political party now is saying the time has come to ban instant triple talaq, to criminalize it, and those who practice it should be sent to jail. Why is it that you're resisting it? Why are you not, at least for once, willing to see the writing on the wall?
Well, Rajdeep, I don't need to learn what is the writing on the wall from you. Let me point out to you that the Supreme Court has already given a judgment, a majority judgment, that triple talaq is unconstitutional. Now, my question to the government and to those people who are supporting it, how is it that are you going to prove it in the court of law? The burden of proof will be on the wife, because the Supreme Court already said that triple talaq is unconstitutional, is going to be one. How would you prove the mens rea? Is it going to be a strict liability offence? The Muslim Personal Law Board has already said in April 2017 that giving triple talaq is bad, it is sinful. Now, you have so many laws in place.
You have said that there have been, Mr. Owaisi, I'm sorry to intervene. Since your Muslim Personal Law Board claimed that they saw a triple talaq as sinful, there have been a recorded 67 cases. The fact is that you need a law, you need a legal architecture. Yes, it is good you're calling it sinful, but you need a legal architecture, legal protection. What's wrong with that? Why are you opposing the legal protection?
Well, kindly allow me to put forward what I have to say before you jump into all questions. You know,
yes.
You have to have the patience to listen to me. I know you disagree with my point of view. That is a democratic right. Please tell me that whether the Supreme Court has said it is a criminal offence. Where has the Supreme Court said make it a criminal offence? And 3 years, Rajdeep, for 420 it's not 3 years, for bribery it's not 3 years, and the proposed law says that the man, if he goes in the prison, he should pay an allowance. Who will pay? Who will pay the allowance? Where are we heading to? This is a cruel joke which is being played on Muslim women by this government. Yes, this marriage is a civil contract, and a violation of any conditions in civil jurisprudence will also lead to jail. But here you are making a criminal offence. Sedition is 3 years and 5 years. 148 is 3 years and 5 years. Who is the government trying to fool? The law which is required in country is for abandoned women. You have 20 lakh Hindu abandoned women. One woman is also sitting in Gujarat waiting for her to be taken back. We do not talk about such laws. This law would be a failure. This will lead to more abandonment of Muslim women. It's not going to happen any change.
You don't
and
see
those
it as a
people who
deterrent.
are supporting this government will be exposed in due time.
You don't see it as a deterrent. Unless you have a tough law, how do you make it a deterrent? Isn't the entire principle of jurisprudence at one level about deterrence?
First, Rajdeep, first of all, it is not a criminal offence. It is a civil contract. And you talk about deterrent, we have Dowry Act. People are still giving dowry. These are social evils, and I'm sure that only Muslim Personal Law Board and like-minded Muslim organizations will ensure that this evil goes down. You give an example of 67 cases. I am giving an example of 1 crore child marriages according to 2011 census. I can go on and say. That is why I say that this is bad in law. The government is taking Muslim women for a ride, and this will not give them protection, but this will open up to more exploitation and this whole criminal process in our country which moves in a very slow way. The appeal. I mean, a man can wait for 90 days. So you are giving him an opportunity to exploit this thing. It's not going to help at all.
You know, you're saying it will not help. Zakia Soman, you're hearing from Asauddin Owaisi saying far from being a deterrent, it will lead to more abandonments. I'm not yet able to understand the logic that is being driven by Asauddin Owaisi, but he's trying to, in a sense, one senses, put the fear in a way and insecurity today in the Muslim community that, look, if this law comes, there will be more abandonments. Do you believe that could happen?
Rajiv, the core issue here is the legal discrimination faced by the Muslim women. 70 years after India's independence, we do not have a codified Muslim family law in our country. And for many years now, we have been demanding a Muslim family law which should be based on the Quran and in compliance with the constitutional principles of justice. And there is no conflict really between the Quranic principles of justice and the constitutional principles of justice. Our Hindu sisters, our Christian sisters, our Parsi sisters, all of them are protected by their respective codified personal laws. Why this discrimination of Muslim women? Because the patriarchal elements who have always spoken on behalf of the entire Muslim community, they have stonewalled any talk about reform in the Muslim personal law. They have prevented the Muslim personal law from being codified. So despite of some of the best Quranic injunctions pertaining to meher, pertaining to custody and guardianship of children, pertaining to share in a property, Muslim women are denied all of it. And to top it all, we used to have this un-Quranic practice by way of a triple talaq, which has been set aside now by the Supreme Court. But even after the Supreme Court judgment, there have been instances of triple talaq taking place. And also my last point now is that we are calling for a just and fair divorce. We are calling for abolition of this unilateralism, this arbitrariness, this total one-sidedness where the husband has every right and the wife has no recourse.
Right.
We are calling for a minimum 90-day period of reconciliation and mediation, and even after that, if the divorce were to happen, the woman should not be rendered destitute.
I take your point. Zakia Suman, I take your point. Mohammad Khan, you're hearing the 2 points. Where is the Congress stand on this? I want a clarity from the Congress. Asauddin Owaisi is clear. He believes that this cannot be criminalized. It should be treated as a civil contract. A marriage is a civil contract. However, he fails to recognize dowry is a criminal offense in this country, and therefore there is every reason to believe instant triple talaq could also be taken as a deterrent by making it a criminal offense, as the government wants to do. Will the Congress support it or not? Or will you see it as you're conscious of your Muslim vote?
Well, Rajiv ji, the answer to your question is simple. The Congress's position from day one, before this dispute even began, has been clear and unequivocally against instant talaq. Now, you will recall when these proceedings were on, and Zakia Suman ji will attest to this fact, Mr. Salman Khurshid was the amicus curiae who assisted the Supreme Court in arriving at this conclusion. That is something that shows you where the Congress stands. Secondly, as soon as this judgment was pronounced, within 45 minutes of that, we immediately called a press conference welcoming the judgment. We read portions of it, we relied on those portions, and we explained what are the most beautiful parts of this judgment. What makes this judgment unique, Rajiv ji, is that it relies on a rich treatise of hadith, Quranic injunctions, as well as Islamic precedents, as well as other jurisprudence from other countries, as you are flashing. But I want to say one thing very important here. This is purely a question of law. The court has struck down triple talaq. How do Muslim men, to me the question is this, how do Muslim men today get divorced? That is where the law must come in. A law must be based on facts, black and white. It cannot be based on the opinions of one qazi versus another. I was just on a previous debate, and abhi bhi clarity nahi hai logon ko.
No, so to that extent, what is wrong in having a codification of the law to criminalize it so that it is there is clarity?
There's a simple answer to that question, and I think that goes into the realm of the political. There is no problem with having a law on this. By all means, the time has come, pronounce a law. I question the BJP's intention. Fantastic. This is very good, undoubtedly. Now let's take this a step further. We've been asking you to pass the women's reservation bill. You have majority in both houses. Kar do yaar, hum pura support denge.
One minute. We can debate today we are not debating. I am asking you, do you believe that criminalizing instant triple talaq will be a step towards providing gender justice or not?
See, I'll tell you something. Owaisi Saab's point was actually based on a legal principle of proportionality. Yes, you can criminalize it. Yes, bigamy is a crime, for example. It doesn't have any victims. You don't murder someone, etc. It carries a 2-year offense. It carries a 2-year sentence. But
should it have a 3-year offense or not? Triple talaq, should it have or not? What is your view?
This is where you need stakeholder consultation. I cannot take upon myself the arrogance to say that I speak for the entire community and say, 3 years is enough. Maybe 3 years is enough. Maybe it isn't. Maybe you need more. You need to have widespread consultations. Right now, the BJP government is putting this number forward. Let's debate this.
Is this another, I think somewhere the subtext Syed Zafarul Islam of the BJP is that the BJP is seeing the opportunity in a way to try and criminalize triple talaq because the mood is that we need gender justice for Muslim women. No one disagrees with that. But there is a question of proportionality, there is a question of consultation. Should this become a firman of 3 years or should there be consultation before such a major law is passed? Will this go to a standing committee or will the BJP steamroll it through parliament using its majority?
Well, Rajdeep,
yes,
this legislation was the need of an hour, purely because the Muslim women have been neglected by none other than the people from their own community. Today, Mr. Asauddin Owaisi is talking about Muslim Personal Law Board. And Muslim Personal Law Board, years after years, they have not even said even once that this triple talaq is against the Islamic principle, is against the Quranic principle, it's against the law of the land, is against the constitution,
for any
against
consultation.
The humanity. Today
does the BJP want consultation or not?
The government.
Does the BJP believe this should be done through consultation or has that time got over? Is the period of time consultation over?
Islam Sahib, जब आपने draft बनाया, मसौदा बनाया, आपने किससे मशवरा किया? Who did you consult?
Rajiv, today we are extremely.
We certainly weren't consulted.
No, today we are extremely happy to tell you that we are the one. Our government. You must give credit to the Bharatiya Janata Party and its leadership and the government, the Honorable Prime Minister, for coming out with legislation which will give equality to Muslim women, which they have been denied even though Constitution
very good, well done. Women's reservation bhi kara dijiye. Let's do it.
Come on, women's reservation should not be mixed here, Mr. Khan. No, let's focus on this.
We have a unique opportunity.
We can discuss. No, 1 minute. Zafar Islam Saab, just a minute. I want to go back to Mr. Owaisi. Mr. Owaisi, we are getting, the BJP is saying this is a unique opportunity to provide gender justice. Do you accept that you need to have some punitive action in place to, in a way, give the Muslim woman a sense of confidence, yes or no? Or are you going to say that this is status quo, no reform? Is this not a reform that my fundamental rights, Mr. Owaisi, under Article 14 and Article 21, right to equality as a Muslim woman, should they not be preserved?
Rajdeep, now you have heard all the other three panelists, and I'm really shocked and surprised that you feel that they have clarity or they have given you a pointed question to your specific question. I mean, all three were wavering. Let me tell you very clearly that this proposed legislation will not serve its purpose. I reiterate again, this will lead to more abandonment of women. It will place...
No, why? Please explain to our audience why will it lead to abandonment? Thirdly, please explain to me why will it lead. I'm asking you a question. Why will it lead to abandonment?
I'll tell you. Yes, I will tell you.
Muslim women, you never did that.
I will tell you.
No, Mr. Owaisi, my question to you. Why are you raising this voice now? When you had the opportunity to stand for the Muslim women, you never stood up.
No, I will not answer to your stupid question. You have to keep quiet.
All I'm asking you,
you have to keep quiet.
Just because some
and hear me out.
Making a political stand.
You do not know the criminal laws, ABCD of criminal law.
Nothing for the Muslim community, nothing for the Muslim women.
Okay, let him, you made your point, let him now answer. Mr. Owaisi, the question is, the belief is that you had the opportunity. The Muslim Personal Law Board had its opportunity. You did not do enough. Therefore, the government has to step in.
It's absolutely rubbish. I have addressed more than 300 public meetings in last 1 year, only talking about this action that it should not be adopted by Muslim women. And if BJP is so supportive of Muslim women, let them make Zakia Soman give her a ticket from Lok Sabha in Gujarat, or they should have given her a ticket in the Assembly election. Not a single Muslim was given a ticket in Gujarat election, and you come here and expect me to understand your crocodile tears. Stop doing it. No. I am telling you, this law will fail on the ground. These are social evils. And it is only through Muslim Personal Law.
The same thing could have been said about dowry. The same thing could have been said about the Hindu Marriage Act. Mr. Owaisi, in the 1950s, when Jawaharlal Nehru brought in the Hindu change in the Hindu Marriage Act, same thing could have been said. It won't work on the ground. But eventually it gave the Hindu woman a sense of confidence. Why not give the Muslim woman a sense of confidence?
You should have gone and read the 2011 census, wherein 81 crore of Hindu women have been married in Child Marriages Act. You are saying a Muslim man, you are giving him a leeway that under Section 84 IPC, a Muslim man will go and plead insanity. IPC recognizes insanity. What are you doing? You are playing a cruel joke with Muslim women. This is a cruel joke. You are not doing justice, but you are exploiting them. You are fooling the whole country and the nation. Listen to me and understand very clearly that triple talaq to this legislation will not stop. Supreme Court already said it's unconstitutional. It's only one. It's only one. How would you prove it? Please tell me. Who would you prove it? Look at the criminal justice system of our country. You are only fooling the people. BJP
you are going back.
Full of wool. The Muslims have now realized, at least those Muslims have now realized that you are only fooling people.
Quickly respond, Mr. Khan. The criminal justice system is a failure. The law itself, therefore, will fail. It almost seems as if Mr. Owaisi is telling you that, look, we don't need these kind of laws in this country because they are doomed to fail.
Well, Owaisi sir, I look at it slightly differently. I completely agree with you. this might be political opportunism at its naked best. But if it manages to achieve the objective of ensuring a certain degree of protection for Muslim women, especially disempowered Muslim women, then I think regardless of their intention, जो हम सबको पता है ये क्या किस वजह से कर रहे हैं, but if it secures some good, Owaisi Saab, don't you think it's something worth supporting? Secondly, look, Rajdeep, you asked me about consultation. You asked Zafar Islam Saab about consultation. Yes. Here's an interesting statistic for you. 20% of the laws that have been put forth have actually been put before standing committees and other committees for consultation, as opposed to 70% in the UPA's time. This is a government where 80% of things are done in a clandestine fashion. By all means, bring this law. Magar Rai Mashwara to
will you support it or not? Will you support it or not?
Let us read it first. In theory, yes, we stood before the Supreme Court and argued against triple talaq.
Zakia Soman, how do you respond to what you're hearing from Mr. Owaisi, who's saying this will lead to more abandonment of women, that this law will never work?
See, first of all, Rajdeep, because Mr. Owaisi has made that remark taking my name, yes, I have to tell him, Mr. Owaisi, you are a politician, you are in politics. That doesn't mean that it is everybody's life goal to enter politics. So please withdraw your remark that you made about me. We are here, we are a Muslim women's organization. We are an Islamic feminist organization, and we will fight against all the ills faced by the Muslim women, be it triple talaq, be it halala, be it polygamy. As Indian citizens, we are demanding protection of the law. We are not seeking charity of any personal law board or any Maulvi or any Qazi, and we are entitled by the Constitution to demand a legal protection, which is what we are seeking. And we are very hopeful. And Mr. Owaisi, let me tell you, we could not have built this movement against triple talaq without the support of ordinary Muslims, and particularly young Muslims and Muslim women and Muslim girls. They have all supported us, as have all the Indian women. So please take back your remark about politics. Not everybody is here to be a politician.
You know, and I think that's well said, Zakia Soman, that, you know, you are accusing Ms. Soman of playing politics. Why not see her as a crusader for justice? Mr. Owaisi, it's as simple as that. Why should a Muslim woman under the constitution be denied the rights that a man has? There are even Islamic countries where instant talaq has been banned, and yet most Islamic countries have done it. But in India, you don't want to do it. You accuse the BJP today of demonizing Islam, but you are allowing them to do it with your approach on this issue. You must be ahead of the times now. Mr. Owaisi, the world is changing.
Rajdeep, I am happy in my small world. I don't want to live in your made-up world, which is full of
Mr. Islam, please don't intervene.
Let me rebut the argument of
yes.
Let me rebut the argument of the lady who spoke over there.
Yes.
In her own survey, not even 0.1% Muslims are given triple talaq through SMSs or through WhatsApp. Look at her survey. Thirdly, she talks about politics. Let me remind you and her that when she went to Supreme Court regarding that Haji Ali Dargah, she does not file under her husband's name. Why didn't she do that?
No.
I mean, you are accusing me of playing politics. When I exposed you, your agenda,
I am accusing you of being anti-Muslim. I am accusing you of not following principles of gender
justice. What is the definition of Muslim?
I am accusing Mr. Owaisi, who I respect as a politician and someone who I believe should be ahead of the curve.
Gender justice cannot be achieved through such stupid laws.
How can you call it stupid? What is the stupidity?
Gender justice will never be achieved.
By that token, we'll have no laws in this country, Mr. Owaisi.
Will never be achieved.
But you will have no laws. You will have no progressive laws in the belief that criminal justice system in India doesn't work, so we must have no laws. Is that what you're saying?
It is a social problem.
Sorry?
It is a social problem.
But if you are unable to address the social problem...
It is a social problem.
Agreed.
It is a social problem.
Sir, agreed. But if you are unable to address it... But if you are unable to address the social problem, it needs a legal architecture.
Criminal laws will not stop such things.
Sir,
you are going to exploit women more. You are giving a handle to these men to exploit them more. It will lead to more abandonment. And please remember, who will pay for the allowance when the man is sent to jail? Who will pay for that? What kind of bill has BJP created? It is absolutely obnoxious, absolutely rubbish. It has no relation whatsoever. And has the Supreme Court told this government to make it a criminal offense? Has the Supreme Court said that? Supreme Court has said triple talaq is unconstitutional. Tomorrow a man will go and say, he'll plead insanity. He'll plead insanity, section 84 of IPC. Where is an end to it?
No, that is...
There is no triple talaq now.
Mr. Owaisi, is it not better,
of the Constitution,
is it not better than the present situation where a woman can be instantly given divorce by an SMS or mobile or on the internet? You don't think that's better? You don't think that the woman deserves to, just because you're saying where will the allowance come from, let it be legally mandated? It's up to the man to give the allowance. Mr. Owaisi, you are a jurist.
This has been made unconstitutional.
You are a bar at law. I expect better from you. You can't say the criminal justice system of this country.
Thank you for reminding me. That is why I'm telling you. Rajdeep, that is why I'm telling you. Triple talaq has been made unconstitutional. How would you put a case against me now? On what basis? You are giving a handle to these men who will exploit women more. Where is the witness now?
You know, it is almost...
Supreme Court has said triple talaq is unconstitutional. It is only one or it is not even one. Please make me understand.
I will make you understand. Mr. Owaisi, Article 14 of the Constitution allows equality, citizenship. The basis of the Constitution is equality. If the men have the right, women must also have the right. Why should a man be allowed to give instant triple talaq that could result in a woman being abandoned also without any legal support? Now if the government wants to provide support or make it a deterrent, you are objecting to it, saying it will lead to abandonment. You are against spreading fear and insecurity. You have no proof to say that it will lead to abandonment. Where is the proof?
Yes, I challenge you, Rajdeep Sardesai, that in 2 months' time, you will again call me and debate this subject. Do you think this will end? No, this will lead to more exploitation of women. This will lead to more exploitation of women, more abandonment of women. You are
providing me zero evidence to that. You are only spreading the fear.
To go to appeal in Supreme Court.
Okay, let's leave it there. Let's leave it there. You obviously have made up your mind.
If facts which are...
You've made up your mind. We'll leave it there. Mr. Owaisi, Mr. Khan, Zafar Islam and Zakia Soman, appreciate your joining us. Where do I stand? My take. The bill drafted by the government declaring instant triple talaq to be made illegal and making it punishable with a 3-year jail sentence must be welcomed by one and all. If reforms cannot be brought in by the community leadership, then the state has to step in and uphold the spirit of the Constitution. For much too long, Muslim clerics and leaders have prevaricated and failed to provide succor to Muslim women. The issue must now be seen as a battle for gender justice and not seen through the prism of the Hindu-Muslim debate or in terms of political cost-benefit. Just as Hindu society was provided a legislative umbrella for reform in the 1950s under Nehru's enlightened leadership, Muslim civil society too deserves similar support. That the BJP under Narendra Modi has taken the decision is welcome. Hopefully the BJP cadres will not see this as a stick to coerce Muslims to accept a uniform civil code without a wider debate. Personal laws of all faiths have remained contentious for much too long. The time to strike down all laws that act against the fundamental rights of a citizen has come. Let's turn to our Get Real India story, and it comes from Kerala today. It's been more than 2 weeks now since Cyclone Ockhi wreaked havoc in the southern states of Tamil Nadu and Kerala. The death toll is now reaching 60. Hundreds of fishermen are still missing, but the governments of Tamil Nadu and Kerala seem to remain in denial. Tonight we bring you a ground report from the cyclone affected areas.
19 distraught families at CM Pinarayi Vijayan's door in search of answers. It has been 2 weeks since Cyclone Ockhi tore through Kanyakumari and southern Kerala, leaving behind a trail of death and destruction. On November 29th evening, 45-year-old Johnson ventured into the Arabian Sea with his 4 friends hoping for a good catch. In the early hours of November 30th, his boat capsized. And the very next day, a Navy boat spotted him and airlifted him to Thiruvananthapuram. Meanwhile, fed up of government's inaction, more than 3,000 fishermen took to the streets in Thiruvananthapuram. Although the government in Kerala has announced immediate relief for the affected families, things are different in Tamil Nadu. Angry fishermen from Tamil Nadu say their government left them in the sea to die. Their demands are simple: declared Cyclone Ockhi a national disaster. PM Narendra Modi should visit the cyclone-affected families and search operations should continue until the last missing fisherman is traced. What were the failings in government's response to Cyclone Ockhi? The cyclone warning was delayed. The warning, when it came, was ineffective because it could not be conveyed to thousands of fisherfolk who were already out at sea. Once the cyclone struck, there was no warlike mobilization and action, the hallmarks of good disaster management. While Kerala government claims that only 93 fishermen are missing, church authorities say the number is over 250 in Kerala. Similarly, 8 villages in Kanyakumari district have released data of over 850 fishermen who are yet to be traced. However, Tamil Nadu government says the number is not more than 150.
നമുക്ക് കൃത്യമായി എത്ര പേരാണ് 29-ാം തീയതി മത്സ്യബന്ധനത്തിന് പോയത് എന്ന് തിട്ടപ്പെടുത്താൻ കഴിയുമായിരുന്നില്ല. ഇങ്ങനെ കടലിൽ പോകുന്ന ആളുകളെ കൃത്യമായി രേഖപ്പെടുത്തി എടുക്കുന്ന ഒരു സിസ്റ്റവും നിലവിലില്ലാത്ത ഒരു സാഹചര്യമുണ്ട്.
The left front government in Kerala is already on the back foot over its handling of the cyclone rescue efforts, and with Rahul Gandhi questioning centre's role, the Modi government is under pressure to declare Cyclone Ockhi a national tragedy.
Till date, none of the government organizations have a conclusive figure of casualties or the people who are missing. While the political blame game continues over who issued the warning and who did not, it's actually the life of over 1,000 fishermen which is still at stake, and the government have no answers to give. With camera person Jayakumar, Gopi Krishnan, Thiruvananthapuram for India Today.
Good news today, and today we bring you the story of how a deaf and mute woman found her way back home after 11 months through a Aadhaar card. The woman who had been missing for almost a year was reunited with her family because of the card that has become so controversial. Take a look at today's good news story.
Had it not been for her Aadhaar card enrollment, this woman from Pratapgarh in UP would have never found her way back home. This deaf-mute woman had been missing for almost a year after she boarded a wrong train while travelling from her in-laws' house to her paternal home. Efforts to locate the family proved futile as she could not communicate. An NGO gave her accommodation for almost 11 months. The same NGO then thought of getting an Aadhaar card made for the lady.
इसमें पूरा योगदान नारी संरक्षण गृह संचालकों का है, जिन्होंने प्रयास किया और उन्होंने इनके आधार कार्ड बनाने का प्रयास किया. जब आधार कार्ड बनाने का प्रयास किया तो पता कि इनका ऑलरेडी बना हुआ है. फिर आधार कार्ड वाले का भी बहुत बड़ा योगदान, उसने ट्रेस करके बता दिया कि इनका ये आधार कार्ड है और ये इनका एड्रेस है.
To their surprise, the Good Samaritans found out that she already had an Aadhaar card. The servers of Aadhaar Authority UIDAI showed the woman's name and address. While many continue to claim loss of privacy over Aadhaar, but for this family, having an Aadhaar card really turned out to be a boon. With Vidhu Shekhar Mishra, Bureau Report, India Today.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.